Were there any stories you had to leave out that kind of maybe were challenging to kind of wanting to leave in, or just weren't really part of the overall kind of big picture of it all?
Not so much. I think I did run out. I did at some point determine I'm going to cut it off and write, and that probably was 2 years ago.
Really?
And so since then, I've had a couple of gold-plated characters, as it were, who would have been fine in the book, and I thought, no, enough. There's enough of that in there. Although the one guy would have been good because he was unique in this sense. He was the only guy that ever gave me pause about going off, perhaps.
Really?
And he was big. He was taller than I am, and I'm 6'4". He was probably 6'5", 6'6", and he would have weighed 250 or more. He was huge, bear of a man. And he was one of those guys that was very friendly at times, but then could kind of go off on a tangent, complain about everybody else. And the other men told me that they were a little leery of him, and that he, again, was a hard guy to get along with.
Yeah.
It turned out there was never any problem with him. In fact, we had some laughs together. He'd been an over-the-road trucker, and he'd talk about that, and some illegal radio he had, you know, all this stuff, all the inside stuff. 2 sets of books, and log books, and all of that. Wow. But he was the only guy, but maybe the good thing about that, he admitted to having been in Ward 4 at the VA, which, as I understand, it's a psych ward. Now, he said, and I believed him, he says, yeah, he says, I lost it out there one day, and he said, it took 4 of them to bring me down. And I'm thinking, so what if he loses it while I'm driving him around? He would have been a character in the book, probably been worth it because of my reaction. And I thought, okay, what am I going to do if things get a little dicey here? And I just thought, I'll just pull over as best I can, jerk the key out of the ignition, get out of the car.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the only guy I ever went that far with saying, what am I going to do if something happens?
Wow.